Bonjour à tous et bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode de l'école des sans diplôme. Mais aujourd'hui, avec mon poteau Louis derrière la caméra, on vient de finir d'interroger des gens dans la rue pour la nouvelle rubrique Ce que les Américains pensent d'eux. Dans cette nouvelle rubrique, on va parler de ce que les Américains pensent du business, de la vie, de l'argent, du sexe, de l'amour. Mais aujourd'hui, les questions qu'on a posées, c'est comment est-ce qu'ils voient leur vie dans 5 ans et surtout pourquoi ils poursuivent ce qu'ils sont en train de poursuivre. Comme vous pouvez le voir, putain, c'est une vue magnifique. On est en direct du Buffalo Bayou de Houston et on a eu un excellent moment. Je vous laisse visionner. En attendant, à la fin de cette vidéo, en plus de vous abonner, n'hésitez pas à nous dire en commentaire ce que vous pensez de leurs réponses, par exemple, mais surtout où est-ce que vous voyez dans 5 ans et pourquoi vous poursuivez ce que vous poursuivez. Allez, c'était David avec l'école des sans diplôme. Portez-vous bien. Bon visionnage. Alright, so what's your name?
My name is Willis.
Daniel Vasquez.
Lizette.
Alright, Christine, what's your name? I'm just kidding. So, Lizette, how do you see your life 5 years from now?
I see myself working for myself. I just am about to launch my candle business. So in 5 years, I will be my own boss.
Okay, nice. Why is it what you're pursuing right now?
It's my hobby, so I turned it into a business and it makes me happy. So
What is your biggest dream?
my biggest dream, it has to do with like animals. Like my biggest dream is to have like an animal sanctuary for like exotic animals like giraffes and like all of those animals that are being like poached right now. So that's like my biggest dream is to have that.
So, why is it not what you're pursuing right now?
Because first I need to have some money to be able to buy land, to be able to have that possibility, because it's hard to do that. Not a lot of people sponsor that, and it's hard for people to get you to trust them.
So, you want to build your own. You don't want to be part of something that's already existing?
Yes, I want to be my own.
How do you see your life in 5 years?
5 years. I guess I have a bit of a goal right now to work here in the States for a few years, make dollars, and I've done a lot of traveling through South America, and I have this idea of going back there. This line that I've kind of come up with is make dollars, spend pesos. So whether it's, residing in Mexico or Argentina are my two favorite picks for the current moment. We'll see just what happens from then out.
All right. So, what's your biggest dream? Like the biggest dream you could think of? What would it be?
I'd be able to continuously trek and discover different cultures, different walks of life. Like I said previously, I've spent a lot of time traveling, and I want to continue that, find a way to be able to prolong that as much as possible. Definitely at some point I'll grow older and more tired, so we'll see how that gets. And I will have to reside at some point, especially if I decide to, get married, have kids or something. We would have to work something out with the partnership, but yeah, we'll see where that goes as well.
Where do you see, or how do you see your life in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see my life just owning my businesses, owning a successful business, and just seeing that prosper and things like that.
Why is that what you pursue?
I would say that's just one of my passions, and the business that I have is very community oriented, with just giving back to the community and things like that, and that's something I'm passionate about.
Okay. In 5 years, I will be, I think, 33. So, a family. My business should be developed, and probably just somewhere like out of the country, traveling. Just not here, pretty much.
What kind of business do you have?
I have a bakery business, so I hope to have just develop that, have my own kitchen and things like that throughout the city.
Okay, so as of now, you don't have the building or anything. You do that online, maybe?
I do it online, and then I also do it out of my house. So I bake in my house, but then I sell online.
Okay, why is this the path that you chose?
I guess baking, I like find my most passion, like I'm most free while I'm baking. I don't really worry about anything. That's like my time. So I enjoy it pretty much. And then I enjoy like how people feel when they eat my cookies.
So that's how you get your sense of purpose, I'd say.
Maybe. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Jacob Andrew.
Nice to meet you, Jacob. So Jacob, where and how do you see your life in 5 years?
5 years, man. I need a big bank account. I think that, life's about financial freedom, for me at least. So I'm 24 right now. I have an associate's degree. I'm still in college. I'm going to college for computer programming. So I have an associate's degree in audio engineering. So I'm an audio engineer, producer, DJ. I've traveled the world. You got to look at what you want to do and then look at what makes you money. I think that in the long run, if you're dedicated to what you love to do, then you'll make money doing that. So for me, DJing still all over the world post-pandemic, and then getting into finance, and then as well as being able to code. That's what I want to do.
All right, so you talk about financial freedom. So how would you define financial freedom?
Financial freedom is having multiple sources of income coming in at a continuous pace. And financial freedom is being able to wake up and go wherever you want. And that's for me.
Okay, so what's your strategy for you to attain that financial freedom?
So there's all these things, but one strategy I would say is like use your resources. If you can still live with your parents, I would say to do that for as long as possible, rack up your money. If you can't live with your parents, you're just gonna have to budget. You're just gonna have to figure out like what expenses need to be taken away, and that's it. You're just gonna have to save. You're gonna have to rack in your $1,000 emergency fund as quick as possible, and after that, you'll feel good, and then you'll start building. But I mean, everybody's life is different, so I would just say, get internet and read a lot of books.
In 5 years, I hope to have the brand that I'm developing, a fashion brand. Well, I already have it, but to have grown much more, and also my design projects to be flourishing, and also probably a few kids, hopefully, like recently married. So, yeah, thank you.
So, why did you go into in the fashion world?
I've always enjoyed it, and I actually didn't study that. I studied urban planning, but I've always been interested in design and architecture, and since I was little, my mom and everything helped me with that. So that's the reason why I kind of ended up in fashion.
Okay, but you chose the entrepreneur path more than chose to work in a fashion company or something. Why is that?
I tried working in companies before and I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
So I try to do my own thing, and I enjoy it more, like my free time, work when I can, and I end up working more than I realized I was working in a company. Mm-hmm.
Is it more enjoyable though?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so because that's what people sometimes don't get, is that they want to be an entrepreneur and when they have their own business for the freedom and the time, but they realize that they have even less time than before. So why would you say it's more enjoyable?
Because it's yours, something you like, something you actually want to do. It's not working for someone or forcing yourself to do something you don't even like. Like I do end up working sometimes on the weekends or after hours, but if it's something you like, it's not that bad. Yeah.
Talking about books, do you have 2-3 books in mind that you would recommend?
I'd recommend, everybody recommends Rich Dad, Poor Dad for sure. You need to know liabilities and expenses. Yeah. But instead of books, I would recommend people to look at. And man, one book I can just give your YouTube people.
It's okay, it's the same. Leave us with something. Give us some value, come on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a book. If I had to tell the world one book to read.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of books.
We will be back after the commercial.
Yeah,
Leave it. Et voilà, c'est tout pour ce premier épisode de la série Ce que les Américains pensent d'eux. Aujourd'hui, on a été soft avec les questions et pourtant, je trouve que ils ont été pas mal, ils ont répondu pas mal. Et je sais pas ce que vous en pensez, mais pour la plupart, moi, je vois beaucoup d'envie, d'ambition, de devenir leur propre patron et Et voilà, cette recherche de la liberté un peu, mais je crois que c'est présent en nous tous. Ce que vous allez faire là tout de suite, avant de quitter YouTube, avant de quitter cette vidéo, avant de quitter Instagram, vous allez me donner en commentaire les questions que vous voulez leur poser, peu importe ce que c'est. Aujourd'hui, c'était soft, la prochaine fois, ça aura pas besoin d'être soft. La prochaine fois, on leur pose des questions sur le sexe, l'amour, la vie, le sens de la vie et tout. On va leur faire creuser leur ménage un petit peu. Donc participez, posez un petit commentaire, pouce bleu si vous avez aimé, sinon pouce rouge si vous n'avez pas aimé, hein. Mais aussi partagez la vidéo, c'est Noël, on partage avec tout le monde. Donc partagez cette vidéo avec vos amis, partagez vos avis, partagez le Instagram, partagez. Allez, c'était David avec l'école des sans diplôme. Il a un tie and die mon micro. C'était David avec l'école des sans diplôme, je vous donne rendez-vous la prochaine fois. Portez-vous bien, ciao ciao.
Ha 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 ha.